Hello my lovely friends, and welcome to part 2 of my small urban garden. This is me on a mission at my new home, turning my small front garden into hopefully a thriving jungle of homegrown vegetables, beautiful flowers and of course healing herbs. So these scenes are from part 1, the very beginning, just showing you the kind of space that we're working with, and I intend to turn every piece of soil into something useful. I am on a mission, so join me as I show you the trials and tribulations of the past 3 weeks and of course the progress. So very excitingly, the first plants are beginning to appear in the polytunnel, and it is bringing me so much joy to go into my polytunnel every day. Well, it did until you'll see later in the video. So here you can see the first things that are appearing. I've got carrots coming up, I've got the spinach and rockets, and what you can see right now is me just rescuing a few peas. So I thought I would grow the peas in the polytunnel. And the polytunnel started to wiggle around a little bit in the wind, and these fellas sort of were outside of the frame at this point, so I decided they'd grown beautifully inside the polytunnel. I was going to move them out into the first big bed that I built and get them established out there. I've been busy planting lots of seeds and starting to bring those along. I've planted lots in the garden, and I will be showing you everything that I've put into the garden shortly in this video. I was really enjoying the rare sunny days where I got to sit and just sort of work with my seedlings, get them settled into their new pots. I had a separate little polytunnel grow room just to take the excess pots, and they were all doing really well in there. So at the start of this project I had planted 150 bulbs in the garden. I also used a wildflower mix where I put the bulbs. It's been amazing watching those grow. I cannot wait to see if they all flower. It will be incredible. Yesterday we had some mental storms. It's no way to start the day. So it is the day after the storm, and oh my god, my polytunnel flew over that fence yesterday. I've done a bit of research into how to secure a polytunnel to the floor. This original frame is completely broken, but it will do for now. I'm going to just sort of put it back together, weight it down with some paving slabs, and eventually replace the frame. Off to a crazy start this weekend. I've lost this one. This is where I was bringing all my little pots and seeds on. That's knackered. However, we are getting a lot of amazing action this morning. Look at this. And the eggshell I've put down, I don't know, the hollyhock still looks very mullered. I've been on a massive culling mission of these snails. There's the culprit right there. Well, the sun is shining and I have my polytunnel back. It's a little dishevelled, but she is back. Yay. Okay, I ordered these bamboo plant name thingies on Amazon, and it came with a black pen. I'm kind of loving that. I also got the black chalk ones, which came with the white pen, and I think they just look super duper. Really lovely. Let's go make the polytunnel look slightly more professional. Another fun part of the storms is the original labels I used. They were white, so all the words had been washed off. So I've just put signs in for what I can remember, but I know there's so much more. Like, I haven't got a clue what these are. But everything else out here is looking back to normal. This looks a little dishevelled. I mean, the frame took quite a beating. That is separated. I'm using some paving slabs in various locations. I've put this up for obviously peas to climb up. So another paving slab there, one in the corner. Yeah, it's hopefully not going to wiggle around in the wind anymore, so that's good. Let's put that sign there. Look at all these coming out. Certainly looking very exciting. Next project for me, I'm just going to use any old piece of timber. I'm just trying to recycle timber, not fussy as long as it does the job right now. I'd like to take that all the way to the fence. So as promised, I want to start showing you around the garden and all of the different things that I've put in. Now, of course, how much of this is successful remains to be seen. We had a strong start like this last year, and then we were absolutely invaded by snails, slugs, and those annoying little caterpillars that ate all the cabbages and brassicas. They did turn into beautiful butterflies, so that was okay, but this year I'm trying to feed my family, so I'm gonna try and find this happy balance, if such a thing exists, between feeding the wildlife and feeding my family. Anyway, let's have a little look at all the different things that have been planted, and of course later on in another part of this series, hopefully we'll be seeing the real thing, and that would be very exciting. I've never grown things like dahlias and irises. I've never really worked with bulbs in my own garden, so this is a whole new thing for me, and it's just a bit of an experiment. What I really want to focus on, of course, is the food. So there's lots of food going in and lots of beautiful herbs too. So we're just looking through all the different things that I'm going to attempt to grow this year. As you can see, I probably need a farm, not just a small back garden, but I'm glad I've planted lots and lots and lots, because ultimately some of it's going to get damaged, some of it won't grow, some of it's going to get eaten, so we'll just see. A big influence for the garden, I wanted to bring the cottage vibes in. I literally live amongst forests. If you cross the road, we're in massive amounts of nature here, and the dream little English cottage garden is all around me in everyone else's garden, so I'm trying to incorporate things like larkspur and hollyhock and all of the really beautiful traditional British cottage garden flowers. There's a lot of vegetables going in, as you can see, amongst these flowers, and I have no idea what will work here. I am effectively working with a giant sand pit. Our soil is pure sand. I've been working really hard over the last year to add lots to the soil here to improve the quality, so I have no idea what's going to work. It's really exciting, and I love looking at the pictures of what's gone in, and just who knows what's going to come. You'll have to stay tuned. I'm sure there are people watching this who are very experienced, saying to the screen right now, that will never work, you can't put those two together. Feel free to drop me comments and leave me advice and tips. I am totally open to good advice. A lovely lady suggested the beer traps for the snails, and that's certainly something I need to experiment with, because I have collected now 6 litres worth of snails from the garden, and they still keep coming, and they're like a little army that just wipe out all my efforts. That's for you. You want it? Oh, see you again somewhere now. Here he comes. Hello. Oh, he's got it. That's cool. Okay, I have created a climbing frame and I've just added string. So yesterday into the garden we added these ones. So these have all been started growing. What success we have remains to be seen. Right, so today in this bed I am going to go with a summer squash to climb, pole beans to climb, and a beetroot and lettuce in the middle. So we're coming to the end of part 2 of my small urban garden. It's been quite the adventure. Since my last upload, the polytunnel completely flew away. Luckily nothing and no one was damaged in that process, and it's now heavily weighted down with paving slabs, bricks, every single rock and stone in the garden I don't want in my beds. It is weighted down, and we've had some very strong winds since, and I'm very, very pleased to report so far it hasn't moved a centimetre, so that's good news. I've been working hard to complete the final beds, improve the soil quality in those beds, and I was delighted to find that the paving slabs in the polytunnel are not only keeping it where it should be, but we have a new resident, Slowworm, and he's made that his little house, which is very cute. I did unfortunately wake up one morning to find everything in the polytunnel had been completely invaded overnight by snails. So you're currently looking at what was all of my beautiful seedlings and are just stalks now. So lesson learned, I'm bringing all my seedlings back indoors. We're doing it all the good old fashioned way, they're all back in windows. So once they've grown nice and big and strong from indoors, they should be making their way out to the garden. I've been adding lots of soil to the new beds, trying to improve that, and I've put in lots of climbing frames. So I look forward to showing you what's new, what's progress, how's it all going in part 3. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, it means so much to me. I hope you enjoyed seeing how things are going, and I really look forward to showing you updates in part 3. So thanks for being here. Please do subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I look forward to seeing you again soon on my channel. See you soon guys, take care.